Hello everyone, it's Galina and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to create a one-layered shaker card that will fit any envelope and will be easy to send. For my card I'm going to use this beautiful scallop oval die from Studio Katia, and it cuts on the inner window in the panel. This die has an outer cutting line. And that means I don't have to use an extra layer of foam tape, and I can even foam my embellishment for this card, and my shaker base will be flat. I run this die through my die cutting machine with some wood grain cardstock, and I cut out an oval window in an A2 card panel. Also, this die embossed tiny dots around the oval frame. For such shaker cards, I like to use some medium and small size floral stamps, and today I'm going to use ALOHA stamp set from Studio Katia. I'm going to stamp these 2 leaves and 1 separated flower. I'm stamping those leaves and flowers with black magenta ink on a white smooth cardstock. I'm using that ink because I'm going to color my images with alcohol-based markers. To color the flowers, I picked some red shades of Copic markers. I will write all numbers I used in a blog post. You can find the link to blog post in the video description below. I made a simple shading from lightest color to my darkest, and I colored 2 flowers for my card. And for the leaves, I used 3 different shades of my favorite green colors. I colored 2 big and 2 small leaves for my card. After my coloring is done, I'm going to cut out those flowers and leaves with coordinating dies. They look super cute, and also I decided to add some white details on those images. I add some white dots here and there, and they're ready to go. And now I can make my shaker base. Here I have my standard A2 size card base, and also I want to have not white but craft cardstock in the center of my oval frame. So I added some scrap piece of craft cardstock in the center of my card. And now I need to stamp the sentiment on my craft cardstock. I'm covering the card base with my card panel to make sure I stamp right in the center, and I'm using a small sentiment from ALOHA stamp set. I'm stamping with VersaFine black ink. Next I'm going to trace this stamped sentiment with a white gel pen to create a more contrast look on a card. I'm removing the card panel and my temporary tape, and now I need to adhere the plastic adhesive sheet behind the card panel. I use some strong double-sided adhesive tape, and I'm pressing this acetate sheet to the card panel. I'm going to cut off the excess sheet with my scissors. After that, I can add my foam tape behind the card panel. I'm going to use a lot of colorful crystals from Studio Katia to fill my shaker, and I made my own mix from different crystal sets, and here I have some orange, green, red, yellow colors, and they look awesome together. I put the crystals right in the center, and now I can cover them with my card base. I'm removing a baking paper from foam tape, and I'm pressing well my card panel to the card base. After my shaker is done, I can embellish it with my colored flowers, and I'm going to adhere 1 floral cluster on the top and 1 bigger floral cluster on the left bottom corner. And to embellish my card, I decided to use some more crystals, and here I have a beautiful white set called snow crystals. I'm picking 2 different sizes from this mix, and I'm attaching those crystals using liquid glue from Studio Katia. Here's my finished shaker card, and I love it a lot because it's so sparkly and bright, and of course the shaker cards are the best cards. Thanks so much for joining me today. Full supply list you can find in the video description below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye!